This is 1 Corinthians 11 and 32. But when we are judged, we are chastened of the Lord, that we should not be condemned with the world.
Right, now that's the whole point right there, right? The scriptures say that when we're judged, we're chastened of the Lord. So it's a big difference with how we get judged or chastened and other people that are not a part of the hopeful elect, especially 2/3 of our people. You see, when you get chastened, it doesn't feel comely, it doesn't feel good. But understand the trials and tribulations that we're going through right now, it has a specific purpose. It's so that we can get judged and corrected, so that dross falls off and we can be found pure silver, pure gold. So we're being tried so that we're not condemned with the world. Another word for condemned is destroyed. So that's why we're going through these things. So even though in the flesh it may seem, look, or even feel like they're just losing, taking L's and L's, L after L. Things aren't going for you right with your job, they're not going for you financially, your woman, family, so on and so forth. But just remember that that's just a chastisement for the time being, so that we cannot be condemned or destroyed in Jacob's trouble.
This is Job 5 and 17. Behold, happy is the man whom God corrected. Therefore despise not thou the chastening of the Almighty.
Right, so we don't despise being chastened. We don't despise being judged, because remember, the Heavenly Father, even Yahweh Shai, that's our everlasting Father as well. So just like a father treats their son, they're going to chastise them. They're going to judge them, you can even use that word. But it's all for their betterment. It's also that it makes them to do better. They learn from that lesson. So it says we don't despise getting judged of the Lord, because listen, if Yahweh Shai went through his trials and tribulations, don't you think it's only fitting that we do the same? So it says, when we are chastened of the Lord, happy is that man. And it doesn't mean you're leaping and jumping for joy. What it represents is that you understand that you're blessed. We know that we're blessed to take on these different trials and tribulations because the Lord just wants to see us do better. He wants to actually see us last throughout Jacob's trouble.
This is Hebrews 12 and 5. And ye have forgotten the exhortation which speaketh unto you as unto children. My son, despise not thou the chastening of Yahweh.
Right, it said this is the, what is the word that it said? Exhortation, thank you. This is an exhortation. It's supposed to build you up, uplift you. It's supposed to put a certain mindset inside of you that makes you realize, okay, this is for my betterment, right? Go ahead, Doc.
It reads, it says, my son, despise not thou the chastening of Yahweh, nor faint when thou art rebuked of him. For whom Yahweh loveth, he chasteneth, and scourgeth every son whom he receiveth.
Right, so this is why it says, the brother read, look, when we're chastened, we're happy. We're happy because we understand that the chastening of the Lord represents us being adopted back. We're being called sons again. And we're being called sons by the way the Lord is treating us. Now we recognize that and we say, damn, it doesn't feel good, but I gotta remember these precepts. That's why it's not about wearing fringes in the end days when Jacob's trouble hits. The Lord returns and you wearing your fringes. No, it says remember what you have, which is this knowledge and understanding. You hold fast to what you have, this knowledge and wisdom. So we remember what the scriptures say. Okay, let me despise not this chastening. At the end of the day, there's a greater reward coming for it. I'm being treated as a son. You want to read a little bit more on there? That was it.
Verse 7. Verse 7. If ye endure chastening, Yahweh dealeth with you as with sons. For what son is he whom the father chasteneth not?
Yeah, so you're not a son at the end of the day if the Lord isn't treating you like one. Basically, he's disowning you. Because all Israel, right? That's why we're called the sons of God at the end of the day. Prince of the power. But in these days right now, you want to act like a Greek, well, go freaking ahead. You want to act like a heathen, go out and do that. You're going to be destroyed like one too. You're going to die like one. But us, you see, we're choosing to accept that chastisement. And while the world gets worse, we're getting stronger spiritually. We're getting stronger mentally. It talks about how the 4 greatest things a man can have in his life. It says temperance, prudence, justice, and fortitude. Fortitude goes into having a strong mind. There's nothing greater that a man can have. So it takes fortitude to get through these chastisements that we're going through. Yahweh Shai did it, and he had his weak moment. He prayed to the Heavenly Father, please make this cut pass. But he understood, look, fortitude, strong mind, got to get through. We got to have that same mindset too. You have one?
I got the definition
Go ahead, bro.
of mental fortitude. It's just out of Google search. It says, refers to the mental and emotional strength needed to face challenges, adversity, or hardship with courage and resilience. It's the ability to preserve, stay focused, and maintain a positive mindset even when things get tough.
Yeah, and you can only do that if you have faith at the end of the day, because we understand it's not of our own mental fortitude, like we went out here and did something so great and now we just built up. No, the Lord is choosing who he wants to build up and who he doesn't want to. So remember, these are all gifts. Those four things, temperance, prudence, justice, fortitude, those are all gifts that the Heavenly Father, through his only begotten Son, gives you. So you can pray for those things. Don't forget that. Go ahead, bro. You finish.
The point is in 20. I'll start at 18.
Okay.
Job 5 and 18. For he maketh sore and bindeth up. He woundeth and his hands make whole. He shall deliver thee in 6 troubles. Yea, in 7 there shall no evil touch thee. In famine he shall redeem thee from death, and in war from the power of the sword.
Yeah, and we have to remember that, right? That's a promise at the end of the day. The Lord said he's going to deliver us and make sure that we're protected in the time. You can sum that up to just say in the time of Jacob's trouble, because that's what's coming to the world right now. While the rest of the world is getting prepared for the NFL draft and who their team is getting, the upcoming season, NBA, so on and so forth, right now, we take these words to be valuable, to be precious. We're putting all of our faith into words that were written 2,000 years ago. The Lord said, of course, as long as we sacrifice, offer our bodies as a living sacrifice and give up our time, he's going to make sure that we're good in the time of Jacob's trouble. We're satisfied in the time of famine. That we're protected when the rest of the world is going crazy and out their goddamn mind. We're going to be all right. We're going to be cool. All because we had faith. All because we made the decision, dumbing it down a little bit now, we made the decision to believe and trust in the Lord. And right now, faith is flourishing. If the brother wants to grab that, 2 Ezra 6, it's somewhere in there. But faith is flourishing right now. And I quoted it earlier, so we might as well grab Matthew 24 as well, but Shah, about how people are waxing, getting colder, their hearts, somewhere around 14 maybe. Because that shows the dynamic of how the world is waxing worse and worse, but the elect are getting stronger, the elect are getting better. And that's why we're going to be fully prepared in Jacob's trouble, because we prepared the right way, spiritually, mentally, right? We can grab 2 Ezra 6. Bro got that?
And I got it right here. This is 2 Ezra 6, verse 27. Where evil shall be put out, and deceit shall be quenched. As for faith, it shall flourish. Corruption shall be overcome, and the truth, which have been so long without fruit, shall be declared.
Yeah, so this is happening right now in these end days. This precept is literally manifesting itself, and it has been for years. But these are the end days that we're living in right now, and faith is most definitely flourishing. While the rest of the world is worrying about these goddamn tariffs and how it's going to affect their pockets, they're all worried about hyperinflation and how they can't buy no goddamn eggs. Right? We're relaxed, we're calm, we're cool and collected, we're poised, because we know that things are going to get worse, but the Lord is going to watch out for us. Even if we happen to lose our job, because at the end of the day, we are going to all lose our job. It's going to happen. There's going to be some kind of economic collapse, some kind of destruction that creates the fall of the dollar. So we're not going to be on this same currency system. We're not going to be probably working at your same job at a certain point in time. But that's okay, even if it happens, because it's prophecy and the Lord is going to watch over us. You're not supposed to fret in that day, oh, what am I going to do? Oh, I didn't sign up for this. Now you got to know right now what you're signing up for. You got to understand right now what's about to happen. Matthew 24.
Oh, yeah. This is Matthew 24, verse 12. And because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold.
Yeah, iniquity. Iniquity is sin after sin. And it currently is abounding right now. You got the so-called black woman. It's so crazy. It's like every other week you hear about a black woman putting her child in the goddamn oven. Like live, you know, my man just burning. It's crazy. Infants. That's what's going on out in the world. And then you got these things out in Chicago, I think it is, called like it's something like a teen takeover. Where they just all just meet up and they just go buck wild, they looting and rioting. It happened last week. A Jake got killed in a teen takeover in Chicago. So the world is getting worse right now. You see what Trump is doing. He's just telling government officials to lock up anybody that's talking against, you know, the current state of Israel. So now people getting locked up and deported to Louisiana in these ICE detention centers. Things are getting worse. You see what's happening. You got wars and rumors of wars with these tariffs going back and forth. Y'all raise tariffs, we gonna raise tariffs. We gonna raise tariffs again. Yeah, everybody's just waxing worse and worse. And you can't expect it to get better. And you shouldn't be in the mindset of praying for it to get better either. Why you think we put up curses on America every single goddamn day?
Right.
We're looking for this place to go.
Right.
And we're not gonna receive salvation if that doesn't happen, because salvation is an action. Like Apostle Dahar was saying yesterday. Salvation represents being delivered. That's what it is. Being delivered from something. So if we're looking forward, that's what you Christians don't get. Y'all talking about salvation this, salvation that. Well, salvation comes with a certain destruction. Something being destroyed so that you can be delivered from that destruction. That's what salvation is. Go ahead,
This is Revelation 21:7. He that overcometh shall inherit all things, and I will be his God, and he shall be my son. But the fearful and unbelieving, and the abominable, and murderers, and whoremongers, and sorcerers, and idolaters, and all liars shall have their part in the lake which burneth with fire and brimstone, which is the second death.
Right, that's the second death. And basically, you look at that list, and it's coming for all sinners, the sinners of our people. We're not worried about the rest of the other, you know, the other nations here in Babylon the Great. They're going to be done. And if they do last here, it's going to be for their demise. They're going right into slavery. But the beginning of that verse, look, we're looking forward to salvation, looking forward to being delivered. We're not, look, it's being meek doesn't mean you walking around, oh yeah, you know, but I might make it. Nah, man, fuck that mentality. You got to tell the bro, look, we gonna make it.
Right.
And that don't mean you being cocky or prideful. But listen, when we were back in the world, we wanted to go to the NFL, NBA. Who could tell you otherwise that you weren't going?
Yeah.
No one could tell me that I wasn't going. Yeah, I got down to a 4.45. I was going. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I was big, strong back then. I was going. That's the mentality. But we got to take that same mentality in the truth right now. And that's why you got to stay balanced. Because yes, you say that, but then the balance is you don't know, right? But you can still be optimistic.
Can I ask
Of course, bro.
I always tell myself personally, I'd rather be disappointed than to doubt. You know, in the sense that, you know, if I don't make it, I'm gonna just be disappointed. But I'm not gonna doubt that I won't make it. You know, Lord's will. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, that's the balance. You gotta tell yourself.
Hell yeah. I like that a lot. Bros have a precept?
I got something. This is 2nd Ezra 16 and 74. It says, I'm gonna let this pass. Good old DC, man.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
We're gonna hear about 3 or 4 more.
Yeah. This is 2nd Ezra 16 and 74. Hear, O ye my beloved, saith the Lord, behold, the days of trouble are at hand, but I will deliver you from the same. Be ye not afraid, neither doubt, for the Most High is your guide. Just going into how you were saying, like the Lord gonna protect us in the time. You can't be afraid, and you can't doubt. You gotta understand that the Most High, he have care for his elect, and that he will do what he said that he was about to do. What? Protect us. You know, lift up a standard. You know, feed us, give us shelter, all those different things. You know, but that was it.
That's right. Yeah. That weak mentality gotta go. Oh, what's that precept? It's also in 2nd Ezra 2, right? Put off now the weak nature.
I got it right
Oh,
here.
okay.
Got that, yes, sir.
Second Ezra 14 and 14. Let go from thee mortal thoughts. Cast away the burdens of man.
Yeah, the burdens of man, mortal thoughts, that's everything of the flesh. Things that you desire, you should have been put that off. If anything, you're supposed to have been counted the cost and be like, yeah, F that. I know what I need to sacrifice to make it. You know, if it's family, friends, you had the finest girl in the world, she left you, all right, whatever. You know, it is what it is. You had that perfect job, that business, whatever, right? You put it off, all because you know that you want to obtain a greater reward. Because when Jacob's trouble hit, you're not going to be thinking about that goddamn girl. You're going to be thinking about how to fill your belly.
Or that Hellcat that niggas got out here.
Yeah.
You don't worry about that.
Or that Rollie that you wanted to buy. You're not going to be worried about none of that crap. All that's going to matter now is being protected. So it says right now, look, you put off that weak nature, right? And you put off any kind of doubt like the brothers are talking about. And you do that because you believe in these scriptures. But
Connie reads, put off now the weak nature, and set aside the thoughts that are most heavy unto thee.
yeah, most heavy, meaning those things that are mostly putting that burden onto you. Remember, it talks about how Yahweh Shai buried his cross, literally, right? And when you bear something on your shoulders, it means you're carrying it. Like Jake got it saying in the world, they put the team on their back. All right, that means the team was fucking up and you did something different to help out the team win. Right? You put the team on your back, you bared that cross. We gotta do the same exact thing right now. We gotta bear our cross. We gotta, no matter what, keep pressing forward and strive for the truth unto death, like it says. And the rest of that verse says, if you do that, the Lord is gonna fight for us. We're gonna be cool in Jacob's trouble. Right?
It reads, and haste thee to flee from these times.
Yeah, and that's the balance right there. You put off the weak nature. Why? Because you're hasting to flee from these times. And like I've been saying, I'm gonna keep saying it. Everything that you should be doing right now in life should be all for the purpose of being protected and delivered in the time of Jacob's trouble, and then when Yahweh Shai returns. Why? Because that's an inevitable future. We're talking about something that is going to happen. We're not talking about no if, no maybe. Nah. Look, before Yahweh Shai returns, there's going to be a great destruction. It's going to coincide at the same time, but you're going to have the microchip, and then you're going to have Jacob's trouble. Those are like the 2-3 biggest prophecies right now that we're waiting for, right? Just like that. So that's another thing. The microchip is coming. We can't just put it off and not talk about it because it may seem a little scary, because the world don't want to hear it. No, that chip is coming. And as a matter of fact, you just had, I think it was last week, it was a week or two ago, Elon Musk and his company Neuralink, I think they trademarked certain names for their chip. And they called it, one is called Blind Sight, one is called, we got Blind Sight, Telepathy, and then I forget the name of the other one. It's gonna come back later. But now, what they're doing is they're promising superpowers. That's what that is, telepathy. Blind sight, curing the blind, right? Telepathy, you can move things with your mind. This is nothing but deception that's coming to the world. If a brother wants to read, we can just grab the prophecy at Revelation 13. Also, another good one is 1 Corinthians, what's that? I think it's 11 and 4. We'll come back to that. Revelation 13. Got it. All right, it's 16, but sure.
This is Revelation
2
13
Corinthians 11 and 2.
and 16. It reads, and he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their forehead.
Yeah, now this is coming to the entire world. And look, it's not just Neuralink. You got a lot of companies outside of America working on this same exact thing. That's how you know this is all a beast system. All these different nations, they all working for the same top dog, the elites. That's who runs the entire world. And the elites, they the ones who want control over everything. They are showing themselves that they are God. They got that God complex. So you got China right now, companies in China that have chips that are way better than what Elon Musk and Neuralink are doing. And that's what this mark of the beast is. It's the microchip. It's the RFID chip. Just saying it straightforward now. You know, whatever with YouTube. And it talks about how it's going to be in your right hand or on your forehead. Like Apostle Tahar said, it don't matter if you get it in your goddamn left butt cheek. You take that thing, you're done. You're destroyed. And Esau is going to present it as if it's something for your betterment. It's something for your life. It's something to make things more convenient for you. Oh, you can't see anymore? Well, look, come take this blind sight. Oh, you can't move anymore? You're an amputee? Come take this telepathy chip. Go ahead, I'll keep reading on that. Unless you had something that you wanted to grab. Of course, yeah. But these are all prophecies coming to pass right now. And it's important because it's not going to be of your own accord, your own mental fortitude that you resisted the chip. We don't know what exact temptation is coming to us, what exact situation we're going to be in. Certain bros having children and they never thought they was going to have a child. Listen, your child, newborn, Jacob's shovel hit, boom, 2 months later, oh fuck. Man, what I'm going to do now? That's a different temptation you probably didn't think you'd be in. See, that's why faith is so important. That's why believing that the Lord said he's going to protect us is so important. Go ahead, bro.
Quick, this is Psalms 55 and 21. It's the back of the point. You know, he's going to use this chip, you know, with deceptive tactics, you know, like you said, for his benefit, you know, try to, you know, trump it up as if it's here to heal you, but ultimately it's really here to destroy you and control you. Psalms 55, 21. The words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. His words were softer than oil, yet were they drawn swords. Right, so, you know, we understand that Esau being a serpent, he deals with a lot of trickery, sorcery. All right, he lies. You know, he's the father of lies, as it is written. You see, he's going to use his microchip, like I said, to, you know, push it as if it's here for your benefit. You know, but ultimately it's here to destroy you and control you, man. Because like the brother said, you know, he has his God complex. Read about that in 2 Thessalonians, the 2nd chapter, Isaiah the 14th chapter. You know, how he tried to ascend above the heavens, you know, put himself up on the pedestal as if he is the Most High, man. You know, but, you know, it's ultimately working in the will of Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai. Because what? He made this man adverse to him, you know, ultimately to destroy him like he did to Pharaoh. See?
Yeah, that's right. You got to understand. Nah,
Also, like, and I always say this, he gonna use Jake, he gonna use you ball playing niggas, LeBron James, Shannon Sharp, they're gonna use them, and then they're gonna push it through Jake, you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. He's gonna use Jake, and he gonna make a LeBron James actually Space Jam. He nigga be doing a dunk from the free throw, I mean from the half court, but he got the joint. So that's how it's gonna happen, man.
Makes him merging man with machine. You know, good movie to reference like the movie Upgrade, you know, etc. You know, the what's it called, Bloodshot. I think that's another one with Vin Diesel. You know, using that artificial intelligence, that AI, to you know, upgrade human beings, man, so to speak. You know, but we understand through the Spirit that ultimately, you know, it's going to be to your detriment. You know, as it is written. You know, they're going to get that grievous sword. You know, those boils. You see, because what it it's artificial, man. All right, it's a foreign object being placed inside your body. You know.
Salaki, if I may. When you look at the America and the European Union and NATO, it is the reincarnation of ancient Rome. When you go into artificial intelligence, these are idols which are connected to the Roman gods. So what they've done is they've automated the system of idolatry where you'll automatically be connected to the gods of ancient Rome and Greece. This man is the damn devil. So the new religion, if you will, is the technocracy. That's connecting us to the gods of ancient Rome and Greece. AI gets into demonic entities where you'll be connected to these gods of Rome. So this man is doing it through cunning promises of signs and wonders, artificial limbs and super robotic Superman technologies and stuff, bionic man, $1 million man, $6 million man. See, but he's not telling you we're being connected